we about to get crunk in here. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I know y'all was looking like, okay, Caramel, where are you? Y'all probably thought I wasn't going live. I was busy trying to get 2 shows together at one time, okay? Trying to get Car Chronicles together, trying to get my show together for tonight, because my God, I was trying to crash all this tea together, child. It's a lot. Lord, it's a lot. Tonight's show, child. Ooh. Lord, it's gonna be about revealing, Lord, okay? So y'all, ooh, child, please make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Y'all ain't being real stingy with the like button. I don't understand it. If y'all only knew what content creators go through just to get you guys that good old tea and give you guys a great show, like, please, guys, it is so free. I promise you it is free. When you hit the like button, go check your account, and shit coming out. I promise, okay? I don't even be asking y'all for cash apps, and nothing against nobody else that do. I don't even be asking y'all to do that. Okay. The only thing I ask y'all to be doing over here on my channel is hit the like button. If you want to give cash apps, that's totally up to you. If you want to do super stickers, that's always up to you. But I do not be asking you guys for like offerings or things like that. The only thing I'll be really stressing is please hit that like button, because I want to be in the algorithm. Okay. I want my videos to be out there so that others can also see it. So when you hit the like button, you're putting me out there saying, hey, go check this person out right here. Like, she is dope. Okay. And obviously you guys think I'm dope because you're watching every night. Okay. Y'all be waiting on my ass to log on every night at 7:30 for this pop-in. Okay. And any other time that I go on. So thank you guys so much for supporting, but please, please, please remember to hit the like button, okay? And it's okay if you forget when you come in to do it. On your way out, be like, you know what? Let me hit the like button for RHOA, because RHOA be over there. She be working hard for the money, okay? She does. She works hard for the money. So y'all better treat me right. Ain't that what the song say? I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready to get started yet. Okay. I'm a little tired. I had a pretty good day at work. Let me just start there. I know I had a little attitude or whatnot this morning going into work, because y'all know it was my first day back in the office, honey, after being home for quite some time. All right. So this was my first day back. I don't know. When I got into the office, I think I was feeling a little bit better once I got in and I saw all of the, y'all remember I told y'all it was renovating the office or whatever. So I walked in, I was like, whose office is this? This is nice. Like, they don't put new pictures on the walls. They put new carpet down. They painted. I was just like, oh my God, everything was like all new. So it kind of made me feel better. I don't know. It's like I snapped out of my attitude. So I was feeling a little better, I guess, when I got to work, you know. And then people was complimenting me on my outfit because your girl was serving today. I was like, I'm going to put this shit on y'all today. All right. So I got a few compliments. And then when I got home, because my husband didn't see me when I left this morning to go to work, because he was already going to work, because he leave early. But when I came home today, my husband was like, you look nice today. They gave me a little tap on the rear. Y'all know that always make a girl feel good. But I was like, okay. He was like, okay, you got on your little cute little boots or whatever. You looking all good. So, you know, that made my day. Okay. So I wanted to have an attitude today, but I could not follow through with my attitude because things just went right. Anybody ever wanted to have an attitude? You wanted to have an attitude and just be bitchy, but you just couldn't because things just went too right for you that day. So you just had to be like, let me snap about this attitude. So that's what had happened or whatever. So let me go do my live, because I don't know if I got to cut my fan on, child. Like, I told my husband, don't be playing with me like that. Don't be tapping like that now, because be waking things up, all right? I know I'm in my late 40s, but I bet you got stamina. Let me get y'all out my business. All right, let's get on with the show. Everything said in the video and whatnot is alleged, in my opinion, okay? Let me get y'all about my business. I'm here like Tara. Tara here tonight. Tara was acting up bad last night. I said, oh, let me hurry up and end my show so Tara can go cut her damn fan on, child. Because I was just like, all right. So I said, nice cubicles. Now, I have an office. Thank you. Anyway, it's all good. All right, let's get on with the show, okay? Somebody said you should have been in a good attitude. Okay, thank you so much, Iris. My teacher said my hair looks nice. Thank you guys so much. I still can't like close my eyes all the way because right up in here is still a little, you know. Y'all know how it be, child. That first or second day, honey. I just got them done Sunday. That first, second day after you get them done, baby, you be like, okay, bitch, I only paid for the braids. I didn't want the eyebrow arching too. But thank you for the 2 for 1. All right. But let's get on with the show. All right. So y'all remember last night, all right, before we get started, because I got one more thing I want to tell y'all. because y'all want y'all to be over here saying Karen will be over there lying or whatever. Never that. So y'all remember I was telling y'all last night about that little Publix situation? Like you can call up there and like get free cake. Did y'all remember? Because y'all know I have that one day a week to where I eat whatever the hell I want to eat. Okay. I designate one day out of the week to eat whatever I want. Because usually I try to eat healthy throughout the week, like salads, wraps, just healthy stuff. All right. So I designate a day out of the week to eat whatever I want. And that includes desserts because I don't eat sweets every day. So today, I went and picked up my free wedding platter cake. Okay. Free cake platter. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of what it looks like. Okay. I haven't even started eating it yet. Okay. I put it in the refrigerator because I didn't want to have to be in there having to brush my teeth right quick right after. So I might eat like a tiny piece tonight before. So let me show y'all what it looks like. And as you guys can see, it is free. Okay. Let's turn it this way. All right. Can y'all see it? You get all of this free. As y'all can see right there on the y'all see on the little sticker thing on the top, 0.00. That means it's free. And what's so crazy is, y'all, because I bought some other things when I went in Publix, and I put it up there on the little counter, child, and the lady that was checking me out, she says, I didn't know we had this. I was like, okay, can you go ahead and put my stuff in the bag? I was saying to myself, like, can you go ahead and put my stuff in the bag? Like, it is free, as you guys can see there on the top there. They don't charge you. So you remember I told you get like 4 different little toppings, and then you get 4 different slices of cake. And Publix cake is everything. It's so moist, you guys. Oh my God. And of course they use the cream cheese icing with their red velvet cake. Oh my God. I don't eat carrot cake. My husband do, so he can eat that. But so you get red velvet, you get carrot cake, you get chocolate cake, and you get a yellow cake with the buttercream icing, and then you have all of your other, as you guys can see, like the fillings that you can also try with each piece, and it's all free. Okay, so go to get y'all cake. I be trying to put y'all up on game. Okay, y'all know, honey, I'm like the Lord. I will not withhold any good thing from you. Let's move on though. Okay, let's move on. Somebody said I love carrot cake. I can't get into carrot cake. I'm real picky when it comes to cake. And when I eat chocolate cake, I like the yellow cake and then the chocolate. Like, I don't like chocolate on chocolate because that's too much. I like chocolate, but not too much chocolate. So yellow cake with the chocolate icing. That's how I like mine. I'm so bougie, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, let's get on to the show though, honey. Enough about me and cake and everything else, because y'all here to hear the tea, honey. All right, so now Phaedra Parks, honey, she says that if she could cast Real Housewives of Atlanta, that she would choose Kim Zolciak to come back. How do you guys feel about it? I was like, Phaedra, I don't know. People are not really ready to see Kim Zolciak come back. And I get it, she might have a good storyline with everything she and Croy got going on, but I don't know. I don't know if people want to be seeing her coming back or whatever. Let's go ahead and pull up what she had to say. Okay, let me get it pulled up for you guys. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, child, y'all, it is so much going on. It is so much going on. I'm trying to tell you, it is so much going on. And I got so much I got to pour on you guys tonight. So y'all follow me, honey. All right, so here we go. All right, let me share with you guys. Yeah, I'm so tired. Oh my God, I worked hard today. I'm tired. We're going to get through this video though, honey. All right, so this is what Phaedra had to.
Would you put there? Would you put maybe would you invite Kim Z back into the mix? Would you invite Nene back?
I mean, obviously, I think Kim Zolciak has a very, very dynamic storyline that people are very much so interested in. Working with Kim was always fun. She's fun. I mean, she's great TV. So Kim Zolciak, I think, would be a definite choice. You know, she's husband, maybe not husband, divorced, maybe reunited, lots of children, twins, adult children, engaged daughter now. So, I mean, I'm very happy for Kim for the great moments, but I enjoyed my time on the show with Kim.
What has it been like watching Kim go through all these ups and downs over the past year? Have you been able to reach out and offer her support?
We don't talk, but obviously I have given her my support through friends and sent her kind words, prayed for her because, it's very tough to be a public figure and have your life, good, bad, and ugly, being forecasted for people to give their thoughts about when they don't have a penny in the pot.
I am curious though whether or not we see.
Okay, shout out to Jasmine Brand. Okay, shout out to them. Shout out to them. What y'all think about that? Now, I do think, like I said, she does have a lot of things going on between she and Croy and her life with her kids. And now y'all know her daughter Brielle is now engaged. I forgot all about that. I ain't talking about it because I didn't think it was that relevant. But yeah, her daughter Brielle is engaged. I mean, maybe she's trying to get the hell up out that house and have something more stable because she tired of hearing her mama and her daddy, well, her stepdaddy, arguing and fighting all the damn time. So maybe that's her way up out of the house to go and get married. But she is engaged. Okay. But yeah, I don't know what y'all think. Would y'all like to see Kim Zolciak come back? Or would y'all want to pass on Kim? I see a lot of people. I know I was seeing a lot of people when I posted it on another platform. They was like, no, we do not want Kim to come back. But I don't know. Kim, when she was on the show, she did have some moments where she was funny as hell. And then she had some moments where I'll just be like, okay, Kim, get the hell up off the show. Like, we sick of you. So I don't know. Somebody said, Energy said no. Hey, somebody said no, they'll pass. Jackie Wise said no, I'll pass. I feel you guys. I feel you. Sometimes I feel like yes, and most times I feel like no with Kim. But I mean, hell, she can't use a check. But I don't know, child. She might, child, wear Andy Cohen and Bravo down to where they bring her ass back. Because Andy did say that he really do have a soft spot for Kim. So we'll see, because they have not announced all of the casting for Real Housewives of Atlanta as of yet. Okay, so we will see what it's giving. So I guess shout out to Kim. I guess, girl. I guess. All right, moving on, honey. Mia Thornton from Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm kind of sad because I really haven't been watching Real Housewives of Potomac this season, and I haven't like being recorded on my DVR, but I haven't been watching it because the few episodes that I did watch, it was like very lackluster, very boring, and I think I played on my phone more than I watched. And if I'm watching something and I'm doing it, like when I'm watching BMF, phone is down because I'm like, baby, it's tunnel vision when I'm watching BMF. Shout out to them for those of you that watch. It is back on. What are we? 2 episodes in, and baby, it's been giving. Okay, so if you have not been watching, please watch. Last episode, Real Housewives of Atlanta's Cynthia Bailey made an appearance on BMF. Okay, she did pretty good. I was like, look at Cynthia with her grandma wig on here on the movie, girl, on the show. But Cynthia came on, child, and she did her little thing up on BMF. But yeah, so y'all watch BMF. Look at me plugging like it's my show. But yeah, it was giving. So somebody said pass. But let's go ahead on and talk about Mia Thornton from Real Housewives of Potomac, guys. She puts her now getting ready to be ex-husband, because I don't think they're officially divorced yet. Her husband G, which his name is Gordon. She puts him on blast to say that whenever she told him while their marriage was not in good standing that she wanted to leave him, that she said that G went to the bank and withdrew all of her money to make it hard for her to leave. How do you guys feel about that? Now, I'm this type of girl. My mother always taught me never, ever put all of your eggs in one basket. And what I mean by that is you can have a joint account with your spouse or significant other, but always make sure you have that little side situation, that little side account that's only just for you. Nobody else got no card. Nobody else know the PIN number. That's your shit. Okay. Just in case things go left. If you need to make a fast run for it, when a motherfucker wake up and say, hey, look, I ain't in love no more and I don't want you no more, I'm out. You got a little cushion money over here, okay, that you can kind of work with and do what you want to do. Plus, it's nice to be able to kind of do your own thing. Like, if you want to go shopping, you want to be like, okay, honey, I'm going to take out $150 or whatever to go and do what I want to do, okay? Because if it's a joint account, you have to speak it over with your significant other. But you want to have your own side account. I've had my own account, guys, since before me and my husband got together, and we've been together for years. I've always had like multiple accounts, okay? But my thing is, once I got married, I kept that account, and to this day, I still, like, every time I get paid, I send a certain amount of money into that account, and I just don't touch it unless I need to, okay? Kind of like a saving. I have savings, but I also have that account for whatever I want to do with it. And then we have the joint where we like pay bills and stuff like that. So I won't ever put myself in a situation where a motherfucker can withdraw all the money and leave me stagnant and leave me in a situation like, what am I going to do? So women, Somebody says, yes, keep your own bank. This women, because I know I talk to a lot of women. There's a few guys in here. But put in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you're in a relationship and you have your own side account, which is separate from your significant other. Put a 1 in the chat if you have that. Put a 2 in the chat if all y'all money is together. Okay. And then we're not trying to embarrass anyone. We're not trying to put anybody on Front Street. I just want to get a poll of the women and see what mindset, see if we're on the same mindset, because I've been doing it. Like, I don't play about my money, y'all, for real, for real. Monique got a bunch of ones. Okay. Yes. Okay. We here. We here. Yes, S. Johnson. Okay. We are here. That's what I want to hear. Okay. All right. So I'm going to play for you guys what Mia, because she and G sat down with a like a therapist, and they were talking about some things that they were going through, and she alludes to the fact that he emptied out her bank account whenever she decided she wanted to leave him because their marriage wasn't going in the direction that she thought it should go. So let's play that for you guys. Okay. Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to them. Let's go ahead and get that up for you guys. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's get this one down. Ooh, child. I like being able to share with you guys so you guys can follow along with me because, honey. All right, where you at? Ooh, child. All right. Is that it? No. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Ooh, child. Where you at, Mia? Girl, where you at? I hate when I can't like find something like right when I want to, and I know I just saw it. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me get it pulled up. Ciao. All right, let's go over here. I'm still here, guys. Give me a second. Jeez. What the hell did I do? Ooh, child. Do I got to come back to you, Mia? Because I don't want to spend too much time on you, sis. Girl, where you at? Because I know I saved it. Okay, it's looking like we're going to come back to Mia. I hate when I can't find something. Oh, God. Okay. So I'm gonna spin the block on Mia. I'm gonna spin the block. I'm gonna move on because I don't want my show to be held up here, honey. We're gonna spin the block on Mia. All right. Let me put a pin in it, honey. We're gonna put a pin in it. See, we're gonna come on back to it. All right, Bishop Whitehead. Let's talk about him. Bishop Whitehead, honey, says that people, honey, need to stop laughing at him because y'all know he just got found guilty for fraud. We kind of talked about it this morning in Car Chronicles, okay? He got found guilty of like bank fraud and so many other types of fraud. And he also took like $90,000 from one of his parishioners and did not give the money back. And he used the money on like labels, like clothes and stuff that he wanted to use it on. So now he goes live because he's feeling all embarrassed that everybody's talking about his ass. He's saying that people should not laugh at him because of his children. People should have some respect for his children and how they would feel about them going online and talking, negatively about him because he is still a bishop and he still, preaches the word of God and all this. I was like, nigga, who are you? You should not be preaching anything. You should be sat down because that is not God-like to be out here frauding people and taking people's money. Okay. Like you've been living real foul out here, Whitehead. I ain't gonna call you bishop because I don't really know no true bishops that act like that. Like you need to be delivered, sir. And then I read up on him. Now he done served time in prison before for some other type of illegal type activities. So he done got out, got him a church, honey. He ain't had that many members. But bottom line is you've been doing the crime for quite some time. But then you don't want nobody to say nothing to you with your narc ass. That's how narcs are. They get out here and do crazy shit, but then they don't want you to say nothing to them and they don't want you to speak on their mess. But then you got videos out there where you calling people fat, you disrespecting people, like you going off on people, and even her cursing. He done told this man something about damn you this or damn. I was like, ain't you supposed to be a bishop? Like who are you? That's giving too much. Let's pull this fraud up, okay? Let's pull his fraud ass up. You can't be telling somebody what they can say and what they can't say. Like you are giving way too much. Come on, don't talk about you because your children. But you don't think about your children when you was out here frauding folk. Get out of here. Let's go and share this bullshit. He done got me mad like it was my damn money. Oh, fraud ass.
Right? I'm innocent of all charges. This was not about Bishop Whitehead, y'all. This was politically driven. Me and the mayor were close. He was a mentor of mine. And I was targeted. So I ask you guys to really be sensitive that I have children that look at your posts. And I've never done anything to you guys, right? And I'm still a man of God, and I still preach the word of God, no matter what you guys think. But what if, just say, what if I'm not guilty? People are laughing and people, you know, I stand on my innocence, right? I'm innocent of all charges. This was not about Bishop Whitehead, y'all. This was politically driven. Me and the mayor were close. He was a mentor of mine. And I was targeted. So I ask you guys to really be sensitive that I have children.
Nigga, no.
That look at your posts.
No.
And I've never done anything to you guys, right? And I'm still a man of God, and I still preach the word of God, no matter what you guys think. But what if, just say, what if I'm not guilty? People are laughing and people, you know, I stand on my innocence.
Boy, goodbye. Get off my screen. Get off my line with this bullshit, okay? I stand on my innocence, and I have children. You had children when you were frauding, okay? You had children when you were stealing folk money. You had children when you were committing crime. So now that you've been found guilty in a court of law and you are facing fed time, we got to adjust our petty for you? I never adjust my petty, okay? I ain't about to start. I'm sorry that your children might be feeling a way that people are, you know, snapping off on your ass online, as they should. Think about all the people that gave money in your church. And I feel like, and I'm gonna say allegedly, I feel like that little heist that they had up in his church when them guys ran up in there and he was trying to say to somebody, you know, stuck up a church. I feel like that was planned. I feel like that was an insurance scam scheme that his ass probably had something to do with. I feel like that. I do. Because you be doing too much, Whitehead. You do. And now you send your narc ass and a whole Rolls Royce, which probably you bought under fraudulent pretenses, okay? Because that, like I said, he ain't have about 10 members. So where are you getting all this money from? You don't work no regular job. So where are you getting all of this money from to be riding around in multiple Rolls Royces and nice vehicles, wearing Rolex watches, I think the Gucci stuff might be fake. I don't know. But you riding around here with Gucci stuff on, with all these labels on. You look like a street guy, okay? You look like a street guy, and you continue to take from people. It was some type of real estate thing that he was involved in a little while back as well. But he always wanted to turn it around on this whole God thing. And there's nothing wrong with a person always talking about God and giving reverence to God. I pray every single day. But when you out here playing with the Lord like you're doing, stop always trying to give people a sermon when it's time for you to be held accountable for the shit that you do. And I just got to say it that way. I don't want to hear no sermon, okay, when you've done people the way you have and you've been found guilty in a court of law. You have been, I'm going to say it again, you have been found guilty in a court of law for fraud, bank fraud, all types of fraud. You have, sir. Embrace that. And the quicker you acknowledge the fact that you did wrong and apologize to that woman that you took her $90K, I don't know where you think you go. You can preach all you want to. God is not hearing anything that you have to say because you are doing it under false pretenses. You are a false prophet. You are a thief. You are a fraudster. You are a narc. And you are somebody who likes to take advantage of people. Whenever you put your hands on that woman in your church and then you call the police to make it seem like it was all her, when you were seen on video pushing this woman up out of your church. I mean, you're supposed to come as you are. I get it. She was trying to call your fraud ass out and you trying to be a little narc that day. You don't want her calling you out. But wrong is just damn wrong. You shouldn't be preaching to anyone. You should be preaching to nobody. I told y'all this morning, church is starting to be the new thing. Now, everybody want to get a church. Everybody want to get to church. I told y'all Kiki White, singer Kiki White, she don't went out here and got a church with somebody. I said, everybody's trying to get a church. Now I know this is like a little nice tax write-off, and church, most, churches don't be paying taxes and all that. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. But at the end of the day, if you are not giving the people what they need in your church and you lying and you out here scheming and scamming folk, it's time for you to sit down, sir. And it's time that your mess caught up with you because you've been doing this for quite some time, Whitehead. You have. And we sitting in no car trying to tell somebody how to address you and deal with you when you continue to get caught up in your stuff got caught up with you. Your stuff caught up with you. You can only do things wrong for a certain amount of time before you hit that wall and your shit catch up with you. Now you want people to have sympathy for you and feel bad for you because you got caught. I cannot. I'm sorry your kids seeing that. They get ready to see you go to jail. They probably gonna come and visit you and see you locked up behind bars. You're gonna at some point have to explain to them why you going to prison for quite long time. That Fed time hit different, sir. Okay. You ain't gonna be able to wear them brooches and that church robe your ass be having when you go to the pen. You ain't gonna be able to wear that fake Gucci and them Rolexes when you go up in there. That's gonna be a humbling experience for you, and that's what your ass get for out here playing with God. That's what you get. And it's gonna be some more of them that's gonna be exposed. Okay, it's gonna be the year of exposure. All right, we already done heard about TD Snakes out here, child. They done call him a power bottom out here running around with Diddy. And then instead of him getting up there and addressing his mess, what he want to do? Get up there and do a sermon. I will not speak on the things that people are saying about me. The Lord put me in. Like, sit down, sir. Sit down, sir. The people packed his church out because they wanted to hear what he had to say. They've been calling him a power bottom, saying he been at Diddy parties, doing all this crazy wild stuff. We done saw you dancing in videos and acting uncouth as a pastor. Thanks for being here, Girlfriend Chronicles. Then you hop your ass up in the pulpit. Thus saith the Lord. We don't want to hear that right now. I want to hear the juicy stuff. Were you a power bottom or no? Okay. Were you a dookie daddy for the night or no? Were you throwing that thing back in the Cadillac like that? No, it was not. Did Diddy have you over there tooted up or whatnot? Because they said that everybody to be over there with them wild parties that Diddy be recording, he got hidden cameras. So you got to be on a camera or two up over there if you was over at them Diddy parties. We all know what go on at the Diddy parties, okay? I ain't never been up in there. But from what I heard and from the depositions that I read, according to what old Cassie had to say, and according to what, some other stuff got to say with these other cases, because you got like 6 of them now, Diddy. Be some wild shit going in there. I'm just saying. Now, I mean, you can go on and let me know. You can let me know. I ain't gonna tell nobody if Diddy had your leg behind your head or whatever at the Diddy party. Okay. Because they say he got like a big bed in his backyard. Would he be back there laying on some big bed in his backyard? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about it. He got like a big bed, y'all, that's like in his backyard. And they be back there having like orgies and shit back there. Yeah, I heard about that. People be coming out of the closet on that bed. That's what I had heard. Okay. And I ain't gonna say allegedly, because the person that was actually back there, he was an actual comedian, okay, who said that he had his booty brownies taken on that very bed. Okay. Thank you so much, Sharice Christian. Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate you. So what y'all think about that? So I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no for him, child. You a fraud. You are a fake. And I'm gonna continue to keep talking about you. And the more we talk about you is exposing you. And that's what you don't like. Narcs don't like exposure. Now I got another narc that I'm gonna talk about here in a few minutes where their ass got exposed. And we're gonna get into it, child. All right, let's talk about this narc, child. I guess this is narc night. This is narc at night. Okay, I know Nick at night. This is narc at night. This is narc night. All right. So Simon Gufrati, another person who done stole all the fraud, honey. How he's still in America, I don't know. But let's go ahead and get into it, child. He has moved on from Porsha Gufrati, okay? As you guys know, yesterday we talked about them. Porsha sent him a little message online, was like, look, bitch, continue to keep lying on me, and I'm going to go ahead on and tell the truth about you, okay? Yeah, she was like, yes, nigga, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the truth about you. Keep talking. Keep hopping your ass on social media with my name all up in the same place where you keep the schlongs. Oh, that's somebody else. Keep on with my name in your mouth. And I'm gonna go on and dispose your ass, okay? So yeah, he was like, yeah, I can't wait, and put the popcorn emojis up there because you know he petty. Like, I despise a man who be on social media arguing back and forth with women. Like, that's just so female of you. Like, grow the fuck up. Who cares? All right, but let's talk about Simon. Simon got a new girl, y'all, okay? Simon got a new girl. Now, her IG name is Get Bodied by Jay, okay? That's her IG name. For those of you who want to be nosy and go look up, she's a pretty girl. Pretty girl. She mixed with Puerto Rican or something. She a Puerto Rican. She mixed with Puerto Rican or something. Oh, okay. But she's a girl. She's a pretty girl. And she has a matching Rolls Royce like Simon's, okay? I don't know if he purchased it. Or I don't know if she got her own money, but they said that she's supposed to be right. Somebody said already, child. I'm about to show y'all the pictures. He's been salivating all over her, honey. She's got a nice body out. You can tell she has some work done. Maybe some body contouring and maybe a couple ribs removed. Y'all know that's what they're doing now. That's the new thing. They say it's very painful, but you want your waist to look all nice and all cinched in, child. They're removing ribs to be out here looking like Jessica Rabbit. Not me, saith the Lord. We shall not be removing any ribs. The only ribs, honey, that I'm gonna be touching is the ones on my plate. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna be removing no damn ribs. We just think we're doing that shit. Okay, I put on my little waist trainer and do what it's got to do. And if it ain't popping like it need to pop, then we just work out a little bit more. But bitch, I'm not removing no fucking ribs. But she got a nice body. Okay, I'm talking about body yachty. And yeah, let me move on because no homo, baby. We strictly over strictly. But let's go ahead and show y'all the pictures. Let's go ahead and show y'all the pictures because we got them. We did homework. We did them. All right, so let's go and show y'all Simon's new girl, child. Why he moved on this quick? You still married, sir. You still married. Cool your underwear down, okay? Cool them tighty whities down, Simon, because he gives tighty whities. All right, so that's her. That is her. That is her, okay? Yes, her name is Bodied by Jay, okay? That is her name here. That is Bodied by Jay, okay? That is her body. You can tell she has some stuff done. Then look at Simon. He's putting a fire there. He's letting everybody know, like, yes, she's got the body. She's a pretty girl, pretty nice smile, okay? She's standing by her Rolls Royce. Of course, he's showing his Rolls Royce. So it is said that he is, of course, y'all see him there. He's liking Simon Gubadia and others like her picture. It is said and alleged that Simon has now moved on with this particular female, okay, Bodied by Jay. Okay, we don't know her real name, but that's her IG name, which she goes by online. She is an IG model, and it said that she is seeing Simon Gubadia, okay? These women like Simon because, you know, he has this look like he's rich, but according to my sources, he ain't really got it like that. He just got sources, okay? He just has sources and places where he can pull money from, and he buys, or I would say he lease. I think he be leasing these expensive cars because it's all about the look. It's all about the look. Women will salivate over you, and you could be the ugliest motherfucker on earth. You can be Flavor Flav, but bitch, if you pull up in a Rolls Royce, a bitch gonna hop in, and that's just on period. Women nowadays, that's all about that. The coin, this right here. You could be the ugliest fool on earth. You can look like a fucking gremlin with Flavor Flav teeth and pull up on a bitch, and she gonna hop in the front seat just because of what you have, because you look like you got a nice little coin on you. Simon ain't nothing to look at with that bowling ball head. Porsha, you got with him not because of love. It was because you thought he had something. You thought he had something. You thought it was a come up. You done went to this man's house. You looking around like, oh, y'all remember I showed y'all the video. She went when he was married to Fallon. Like, oh, this is nice. Y'all got a nice place over here. This is nice. So immediately she starts working on breaking up a happy home and moving on up in that nice place where you was twerking in Fallon's pool over there, and your ass got up over there and realized he ain't had no damn money. I see y'all putting in there psych. Motherfucker had probably food stamps. Y'all was probably spending that food stamp card. Someone was like, well, hold up a minute. Let me go back there and get my food stamp card so we can go down here to the grocery store and get some food stamps. I thought you was living in a nice, you know, what's all this? What's all this? What you mean food stamps? You calling down there to see when your food stamps gonna drop. Got that woman thinking you got some money. But let's go on and get into the show, chat. All right, so Simon also checks a fan, you guys, on IG for reading his ass down as well. All right, because y'all know he stay on Instagram, baby. Simon lives on Instagram. All right, he does. He does. All right, let me pull this message up. Because baby, they let him know, like, you be spending too much time, Simon, on Instagram. Like, do you not have a job out here? Simon was like, all right, so he is out on a boat. He looks like he's on vacation or something like that. This is him. This is him, child. Let's turn it up. Okay, yeah, no, it's music. We're not gonna play any music. All right, so Simon is out on looks like a yacht. All right, he's out on look like a yacht. He's chilling without a care in the world. He's cheering with somebody, child. He's out living his best life. Like, he ain't about to get divorced. He ain't got shit going on. He don't give a damn. Okay. That's him every day, all day. He's on Instagram every day, y'all. Okay. All right. So now a person who hopped in on the comments. Now, Simon says sunshine is cleansing. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So this is something he took today. So this person comes on. Her name is One Shining Shar. Says, when do you work? Just wondering. Okay. So Simon claps back at her and asks her, says, work for 40 years to have this life. You should try it. I was like, well, damn. You mean you worked to have, you worked in fraud in order to live like that, Simon? Because we know you don't own no damn boat. Okay. You done been selling up. He's been selling up properties, I told y'all, that he owns. Okay. Overseas as well. Out of the country, rather. So he's trying to sell off some stuff because he knows that he and Porsha are about to get divorced. And Porsha's already told him, don't be doing no crazy snake shit, because I'm gonna have you looked at now. I'm gonna have them look into your stuff because I know what you got. I know, yeah, I know we've been married 15 months, but bitch, I done went through all your shit while you were gone. Y'all know women, that's how we be when we know as soon as he leave, and y'all don't hear that car out there no more. The car, as soon as that garage let down, you looking through his shit. Or is that just me? No. You looking all through that shit, you all in the cabinets like, damn, I didn't know he had it like that. Oh my God. Like, I hit a good one over here. But so yeah, he's checking people in the comments, child, for saying that he ain't got no job out here. So Simon saying, look, I don't need to work shit. I worked for 40 years. I frauded for 40 years. Now I'm retired from being a fraudologist. Now stay out my damn business. That's what he was letting her know. I was a fraudologist for 40 years. Get into it. That's what he was telling her. Okay. So yeah, don't get into it, sis, because he want you out here in jail because he look like he might be going. All right, but let's move on. Let's move on, child. All right, so to the real tea, honey, to the real tea. Let's get on into this. For those of you guys been sending it to me. I've had several DMs about this story, which says to me, y'all wanted me to talk about it. Original Straight No Chaser, shout out to her. She released another video where she's talking about Marsau being caught. Lord have mercy. Marsau being caught, you guys, asking a girl that he met online for a threesome. He's been doing this for quite some time. It's been said and alleged that he's been cheating on Tisha since before Love and Marriage Huntsville even aired. Okay. So I said, Original Straight No Chaser getting on my nerves. Baby, she is putting it out there, okay? So I've had about 5 DMs about this story from you guys. So I said, okay, I'm just go ahead and add it in the Pop-in because y'all want me to talk about it, obviously. So damn, let's talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about it. I took some notes because you guys, y'all know Original Straight No Chaser does not like you to share her stuff, but she doesn't mind if you shout her out and take your own notes and you can speak on it or whatever. But so we're gonna get into it, y'all. So he met this particular girl who he has this little rendezvous for quite some time. He met her online on IG, okay, guys, and he sent her a message to sleep with her, okay, the very next day. That's very soon, ain't it? You meet somebody online, and then the next day you're reaching out to them after you get their information, their number, and you're trying to immediately set up a threesome. That is what this lady is saying, okay? And that's why, and I said to myself, is that why he be in the DMs and that's why he be in the comments? Marsau is always in the comments on IG, y'all. And I told y'all that before in another one of my lives. He's always online arguing with women, and Tisha think that shit be funny. That's just the way Marsau is. He's just a silly clown. No, baby. He is looking for the next threesome participant. Shit. Get out of here. See, as soon as I mention Tisha, I can't talk. Get out of here, Tisha. Get out of here. She seems to think that Marsau is just being Marsau. He's just being this silly clown who likes to be on there arguing with women and cracking jokes. No, baby. He is on there trying to fill these women out, sending little messages like he'll snap off on somebody, but then he'll turn around once the woman go back and forth with them. And I think what he's doing is, and I'm going to say allegedly, getting their information. And then according to this particular woman who was heard in a phone call with Original Straight No Chaser, she admits to the fact that she met him one day, and the very next day after she gave him her information, that he asked her to be in a threesome and said to her that he already had the other person to participate in the threesome with them. Now, this is a married man with 3 children who does not like to speak about infidelity on the show. Tisha has prided herself since the show began, saying that she and Marsau have been married now, I think it's what, like 17, 18 years. And I had not experienced any infidelity in my marriage. That's what she likes to say. That's what she likes to say. All right. Now it says that Marsau Scott Honey gets exposed for reaching out to a female for a threesome in a recorded call with Original Straight No Chaser. And this woman, like I said, he met her online. Now, in the call, Marsau invited the woman to meet him in Birmingham, Alabama. Okay. I said, you know what? When I heard that, I said, Birmingham is where Marsau was. Do you guys remember when Wanda went live? And she said, that looks like Marsau's truck right there. And she sped up and she pulled up beside him. And when he saw her, he rolled the window down. She said, I'm going to go up here and see if he got a woman in the car. Y'all remember that? Because I played it right here on one of my lives. She recognized his truck. She said, that look like Marsau. She said, what you doing down here in Birmingham? What you doing down here? And he's told her that he was there, I think, for like a job. He was there to go look at something for a job that he was getting ready to be doing. And she thought a woman was in the car because the windows were kind of tinted on that truck, which that was the same truck that got repossessed when he went to Atlanta from a hotel that he was staying in, when he sat in the lobby and was saying, I can't believe this. I had money in the glove box. I think he said he had like $1,000 or so in the glove box. I was like, bitch, you lying. Because don't nobody keep that amount of money in no damn glove box when you go into no Atlanta or anywhere else. Who is keeping that amount of money in a glove box? Okay. But anyway, so he was in Birmingham. This woman says that Marsau asked her to meet him in Birmingham. So of course he had enough sense not to be in Huntsville to be recognized with this said woman coming maybe in and out of a hotel to have this alleged threesome. Now y'all remember that we were talking about those that they be having threesomes, and your boy said that they be having fivesomes. So we already knew there was some freaky shit going on. And y'all also remember at the reunion when it was brought out that Tisha was saying that they never had any type of infidelity, and Kiki spoke up and said, no. What about the girl where you said something to me about Marsau had a girl in the phone? Y'all remember with the butt pic where she sent the message and said a nice midday work surprise. So then he had to come out and say, oh, okay, yeah, that happened. But then he tried to downplay it and make it seem like that it really wasn't anything. But then Tisha was like, well, I investigated and I didn't really see anything that was going on with that. Okay. I feel like Tisha might know some shit that's going on, but I feel like it's so far gone now that she can't do shit about it. She's so far in. He already knows that she's not going to leave. And I feel like she probably have caught him cheating multiple times, allegedly. But she's looking at her children, and she's looking at the fact that she's prided herself on, you know, bragging about having this perfect marriage on TV, that she doesn't now want to come out and admit it. So she allows him to cheat in peace. Okay. As long as he comes home, as long as maybe he's not out disrespecting, so respectfully cheating. Let's say it that way, which that's no such thing. But what I mean by that is if you're going to cheat, then you're going to go out somewhere else where other people are not seeing that and bringing it back to me to where I'm embarrassed. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because there's no way to respectfully cheat. You shouldn't be cheating at all. I feel like in my heart of hearts that she knows there's no fucking way you could be with your husband this long and you not know something. One, your pH balance is going to be off if that type of behavior is going on. If your husband is meeting people allegedly in the DMs and the very next day he's laying up with said women, because a threesome means more than one woman. something is going to be different with your body. You're going to start seeing like certain maybe discharges or things like that. You're going to have probably an odor. Certain things are going to be going on with your body that's going to be off to let you know that your partner, who you're on, probably the only person that you're laying up with, may be stepping out and doing some things that's not on the up and up. Okay. Somebody, I cannot Virgo child. I was about to go there, but I said I'm gonna try to keep it light. Okay. Now, the woman says that she came out to expose Marsau because Marsau is continuing to be Marsau, so she feels disrespected by him, which is why she's putting him on blast. Okay. I'm willing to think maybe she caught some feelings and he don't feel that way. Y'all know usually that's how it is. The woman don't usually expose you until you maybe don't give her the attention that she's seeking. So she gets that said attention by exposing you and then making people feel sorry for her. But I don't feel sorry for you, sis, because you put yourself in that situation. This man is on national television where you see that he's got a wife and a whole family. So you can't say that you don't know who the fuck he is. You can look up on the internet, and as soon as you see his picture, you should be like, oh my God, Love Marriage Huntsville, right? I mean, Huntsville is not that big. You only going to Birmingham, which is not that far from damn Huntsville. I'm just saying. You got your wife walking around here like a fish house, and that's not cool. But if she like it, guess who love it? I love it. Now, your mama, I'm going to say Wanda's the one that actually brought that whole thing into fruition to make people even think that there was some infidelities going on. Tisha saying there's no infidelities. Your mama chasing them down to see if there's a woman in the car. Your mama is on the show showing him a picture of his back out in a hotel, asking him if it's him. If there's no question about him cheating on you, then why is your mama doing more of the asking of the questions of him being out here moving dirty in these streets? Why is Martel steady saying that he can verify and that he can even call some of the hoes that he run with to prove that he's with somebody else? Martel says that he can prove that it's been 20 women. Now, I know that's his favorite number to say 20, but if he's having threesomes, it could be that amount of women. If this has been going on since before Love and Marriage Huntsville, they're on season 7. When did they come out? 2018, 2019? Is that when the show came out? It could be 20 women or more if you're having that many people involved. Now, I don't always believe everything that Martel got to say. Don't want nobody in the comments saying, Cameron, you believe what No, it ain't even that. I feel like if they're running in the same circles and they're doing the same things, because Melody did say on the show that they had no marital issues where Martel was stepping out or even thought to be stepping out until she started hanging with the Scott brothers, because that was something that they were doing. So they introduced it to him and he felt like he could do it because he wanted to fit in. But it wound up getting him divorced. But the difference between Melody and I guess Kimmy and or Tisha is they're not going to leave their husbands because they pride themselves on being a wife. You have women like that. They'd rather stay and suffer through it and live a lie just for the fact of being able to have a warm body beside them at night. When you're miserable as hell, you're crying. When you know this man, when he tells you, I saw an episode on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I have to go back and pull it. I ain't gonna play it on here because they tried to fuck with me last night. But where Tisha went into the kitchen, Marsau, he was getting ready to go somewhere, and Tisha was like, "Where you going, babe?" Because she called him babe. I said, it's babe, but just another B there. So she said, "Where you going, babe?" He said, I'm about to go out of town for a job. How is it that your wife, who is in business with you, don't know that you're getting ready to go out of town for a job? And then we find out per deposition with Zen Garden, y'all ain't built shit. You ain't did no jobs. Y'all ain't completed jobs. You ain't really been doing no work. So where have you been? Where have you been? Where you been going, babe? Where you been going, babe? You told your wife that you get ready to go out of town for work. You told your wife that you were going to Africa because you were stressed out. After you don't receive those PPP loans, you should be straight. What you stressed out for? You got the money. Y'all got 2 PPP loans. And you hopped your ass on a plane and left your family at home. And I know you didn't go alone. So who went with you to Africa, babe? Ooh, child, somebody gonna be mad tonight. Who you go to Africa with? He done been to where did he go with the fellas? Talking about they going for a little fellas trip to the DR somewhere. We know what's going on over there. It'd be a whole bunch of shims running around over there too. A bunch of women that's not really women. They had a little work done down below. They had the anaconda cut off, if y'all know what I mean. Them kind. But let's get back to it. All right, so the woman says that Marsau actually called her first, okay, after they met online, okay? So that's what kind of time he's on. So while Tisha's thinking that he's down at the office and working so hard when they ain't doing shit, they don't complete nothing. Tisha thinks he's down there working so hard. He has another phone. That's something that Melody said Martel had. Same shit they doing. So you got a phone that you talk on when you're around your wife. Okay, little standard phone. Then your cheating phone, you keep that in the car so it can be charged up. So when you get ready to go out and cheat, honey, you ready to go. So you got a boatload of hoes that's done emailed you, text you, hey, where's the next location? They on ready, honey. All right. So they're saying that the number that he actually called her from came from their business. So that's why he didn't want Tisha down there working at the show office, because the hoes be calling down there. The girl said it was a business number that he called from their business. So their business is show. What other business do they have? So he got two phones. Like the song said, I got two phones. Yeah. You got two phones. And you're going to be calling this individual from your office to have conversations with her. And she said most of the time that she's talking to him, he's actually driving around in his car. So he ain't never home when he's talking to this individual. Of course not. He don't want Tisha to walk in. He don't want to be interrupted. He don't want Tisha and the kids talking and laughing in the background. So she's saying that she spoke with him several times, even was texting him and sending nasty pictures. They were sexting, according to this woman, in that second phone, okay? The woman also goes on to say that when she talked to him, that most of the time, like I said, he was driving around in the car, like I just mentioned, okay? So he'll find a way to get out of the house. Like he'll get up early in the morning, like he going to work. Okay, Tisha, love you guys. All right, kids. That's why he want Tisha to be bogged down with so much responsibilities at home. Now let's go back. If you guys remember, their agreement was that when their younger child, which was what's the little girl's name? I can't remember. It may say Mildew child. I don't know. Their youngest child. Their agreement was, but once the youngest child went to school, that Tisha could get back into the working environment. This little girl has been in school for a little while now. Tisha is still at home. And there's a reason for that. He knows that if Tisha is home and bogged down with so many responsibilities with the kids, having to do this, and this at home, being a stay-at-home wife, because that's what he wants her to be, then she's not able to go out and be checking on him and popping up at the office and all these other things to stop him and check in on him so that he wouldn't be doing, to see what he's actually up to when he's telling her that he's working. She should know by now that he's been lying to her, because according to the deposition, like I said with Zen Garden, they said that all these jobs were not complete. They've been sued several times for incomplete jobs. So Tisha, while you're home cooking, cleaning, laundry, which I ain't gonna say cleaning, because every time we see y'all house, the shit been nasty. But cooking, getting popped by bacon all damn day, folding up a few clothes, taking care of the kids, picking them up, dropping them off, whatever it is that you do in the course of a day, okay? He's out doing what he want to do and calling it work. He working. It ain't the type of work you think he's doing. So when he say, I got to go out of town, I got to go to Texas for this job, just know he ain't alone, because that's what old girl was trying to say. All right? So yeah, he be getting up early in the morning, going out like he going to a real job, but you going out to go cheat on your wife. Hence the reason, like I said, he don't want Tisha out of the house. Hence another reason why he went and got that damn vasectomy, because he know he's out here humping around like Bobby Brown, and he don't want to be like Martel out here making babies and get caught up and a bitch be having him on child support, taking money up out of his pocket because he's already making these hoes sign NDAs so they don't speak, allegedly. Now, I told y'all a friend of mine, okay, a very trusted source, all right, who works at a said hotel in Huntsville, Alabama, already said that she's been seeing them coming in and out of hotels down there with women that are not their wives. I talked about it already over here. This was during the time that the podcast happened down in Huntsville, where Carlos was there with the podcast for Melody. I won't reveal the source and what that person's name is, but they are a very reliable source. They actually said that the Scotts be coming in and up out of hotels with women that are not their wives, allegedly. But you on the show, Tisha? You were so happy and so ready to pull male skeletons about the damn closet, and you got a whole cemetery up in yours. You can't even close the fucking door in your closet with all the skeletons that you got, baby. He's doing far worse than what Martel was doing. I'm sure. While you running around talking about that's why your husband out here with a 3-year relationship, and that's why he out here buying a woman a BMW. Girl, that's the least of your worries. That is the least of your worries. Oh God, let's move on. All right. So yeah. Baby. All right, so of course y'all know Martel revealed, like I said, he had these multiple women. And that he also said on the show, on the Marriage Huntsville, all right, I want to say it was season 1 or 3, because I was kind of watching some today, that he could actually prove without a shadow of a doubt. He said, I could pick up the phone right now and call one of them to prove. And y'all remember the episode where Marsau went to go and meet up Martel when they were having some little rift? Martel was at a house that he was working on, and this other guy was there. He was talking to him, and Marsau called Martel, and Martel was acting kind of funky on the phone, like he didn't want to talk to him because they were mad at each other. And Marsau said he wanted to come over and talk to Martel, and he pulls up on Martel at the house. He gets out to go in and talk to Martel. He tried to shake Martel's hand. Martel kind of pulled back and was like, yeah, no, nigga, I ain't doing that fake shit with you. So the guy that was there talking to Martel, he left. Marsau stayed, and they began to talk. Martel and Marsau began to talk. Martel was telling him, look, if you're going to start putting my business out there, then I'm going to start talking about your shit because you got over 20 women. And so then Marsau kind of looks at Martel and say, what are you talking about, man? Like, nigga, don't talk about that on TV. And then when the camera kind of panned at Martel and it flipped back to Marsau real quick, he gave Martel a look like he shook his head like, nigga, don't do that. Like, we supposed to be here. I know you mad at me, but don't do that. Because he had already made a pact with Carlos that he was not going to talk about any infidelities, which lets me know that there were infidelities prior to the fucking show. Go back and watch the episode. He gave Martel a look like, nigga, what you doing? I know we having a little bad time right now, but don't go there. Because he mentioned something about Martel's infidelity. And Martel was like, y'all know how Martel is when you piss him off. He is like a female. Martel is going to tell your shit. And I feel like that's why the Scotts kind of pulled back from Martel, because Martel had been telling Ariana a lot of stuff, and the Scotts, they're sick of his shit. They feel like, okay, you're the source. They've unfollowed Martel. They ain't fooling with Martel. They ain't fooling with him, period. Y'all remember, because Sandra said she remembered. So anytime, and y'all know that anytime that Marsau and Martel ever fell out, y'all remember when Marsau actually called the police on Martel, they hurried up and got back friends. You know why? Martel knows too much. If Martel gets mad at him and starts talking, he gonna blow his spot up. And you never want to piss somebody off that know your shit. Like Martel, who you know will tell, okay? And he knows Martel will air his ass all the way out. That's why he went to have the conversation with Martel. So when Martel said, yeah, why you gonna act like you ain't been with over 20-something women? That's where the 20-something women conversation came from. So after that situation between the two of them, what did Marsau do? Marsau hightailed it back home to where Tisha was. And he said, Tisha, come in here for a minute, and I'll pour you a drink too. He wanted to make sure she was good and tipsy. So while he was feeding her this lie, because he done thought about how he was going to bring this information to her, because he didn't want Martel to get to her before he could. He wanted to be able to tell Tisha his own story and manipulate her as he does when he has conversations with her anyway. Because y'all know he speaks in circles. He already knew what mind frame Martel was in. And the fact that he was speaking out and airing him out and had them put it out there. Oh, don't make me tell your shit like you ain't been with 20 women. So what he does, Marsau, and I watched him, I said, this nigga slick. He's on damage control. He ran home and said, Tisha, I talked to Martel today. And let me tell you what he said. Martel sitting up here saying, don't be out here acting like you ain't been with 20 women. Tisha laughs it off like that's so far-fetched. She said, what? Why would he say that? And what did you say to him? Marsau said, I told him that was ridiculous. Like, that. I don't know why he would say that. You don't know why he would say that. Tisha, you know why he says that. Why are the two of them acting so oblivious to what is really going on? I'm trying to figure that out. Yes, Cassandra, he is a manipulator. He is so a manipulator. I said, this nigga here hurried up and went home to give Tisha his own story, just in case Martel went up to her to say, hey, you know your husband been out here with 20 women, right? You know your husband was with so-and-so and so, right? I feel like the reason why I don't feel like Marsau filed a restraining order against Martel because he was scared of him, because I've heard him threaten Martel numerous times on the show. Okay, when Martel was calling Tisha sweetie, he kept calling her sweetie, and he said he got one more time to call my wife sweetie, and I'm gonna have to handle him on that. So it's not because you were afraid of him. I feel like because you and Martel were in a bad space, so you took it to the next level because you didn't know what Martel was gonna do because he's so unpredictable. It ain't because he threatened you, because I'm sure he probably threatened y'all before. Y'all been friends for years. I feel like he knew that Martel was mad at him and that he didn't want Martel to be around him or Tisha or anybody else close to him so that Martel could air him out. So what did he do? He went down and filed a police report, a restraining order against Martel to keep him away so Martel wouldn't get to Tisha and tell her some shit. Not because you were scared of him. He threatened me, so Tisha said, well, told Melody, you know your husband went and threatened my husband. That's why he filed. That's not why he filed it. That's bullshit. He wasn't scared of him. Look at when they were at Madonna getting ready to fight. Marsau was running right up there to fight him. If he was scared of him, he'd have been running from Martel. He ran right up there trying to fight him. He didn't run from him. That was his plan to shut Martel up. Say, okay, the legal papers say you can't say shit to me, which means you can't say shit to my wife. And if you break that, then I'm gonna have your ass violated. So he knows the only way that he can control Martel was through the courts. Because Martel gonna do what Martel want to do. Especially when you piss him off. All right. But let's get back on Marsau. Now, this woman also goes on to say that he came right out and asked her for this said threesome after she just met him. So his motives were to troll the internet, according to this woman, in search for someone to fulfill his sexual desires, because I'm willing to bet you that his wife at home is probably only doing missionary work. Y'all know what missionary work is, don't you? You're not doing extra stuff. You ain't getting on your knees, honey. You're not taking it doggy. You ain't jumping off no dresses. You're not doing all the freaky deaky things that he likes, obviously, because he's searching somewhere else. He has a mind, a sick mind, to where he wants to bring other nasty individuals. You ain't checked this woman's medical records. You don't know what she got going on down below. You meeting this woman one day on IG and you hop in the comments and you argue with her and you feel her out mentally to see if she'll give you that attention back. And then you hop in her DMs and you ask her for her phone number and y'all have conversations and you say to her, meet me in Birmingham. I'm setting up a threesome. You down? You already know she down. from just a conversation between the two of you. Because if you guys were sexting, then that lets you know you've already stimulated her mentally. You've already put into her mind what you want to do with her. So when she responds to you, you already know she's ready for the get down. So then the conversation goes from there to Birmingham, which is what was happening. And this woman says it happened continuously. So obviously what she was doing, he was very pleased with it. And he probably just switched out women with this. He probably kept her because she said that she talked to him several times. They dealt with each other several times after that. So he would just switch out women. He kept her and just paired up, them with another person. That's a very dangerous situation. With everything that's going on in the world, with all these STDs and the three-letter word, we ain't even gonna say the package, that is a dangerous situation. And I thought to myself, I said, why, Lord, why would this man wait until his wife go out of town and go hurry up down there to get a vasectomy? And then she hops online and say that she wishes that she could have at least one more child after Tiffany Whitlow had her baby. She says, you know what? I always wanted to have one more child, but your husband did not consult with you and went down there and got a whole vasectomy. Why? I'm trying to ask my question. I'm trying to ask too, why did Maurice get one? Because Kimmy in her old age was not trying to have no more kids. Kimmy ain't about to have no more kids. So what was your reasoning for doing it? What was Marsau's reasoning for doing it? Because he didn't want to be like Martel. He saw the hell that Martel was going through with Ariane. Ariane was able to make certain demands for Martel because she got a trap baby. He didn't want to be trapped because he knows that Tisha, that will probably be the one thing to drive her away to make her leave, because Tisha, quiet as kept, is the one that's kind of running things over there, credit-wise, financial-wise. She's the one that's holding the bag and the credentials over there. Quiet as kept. So if she walks away, he don't get to floss anymore. He's going to be in the same position that Martel is in right now. Same way if Kimmy winds up leaving Maurice. The three amigos will be in the same position that Martel is in now. And that's why they laugh at him now. They're like, you stupid fool. We taught you how to play the fucking game, and you detoured and did it how you the fuck wanted to do it, and messed around and knocked this girl up. That's why Ariane said in that last call with Original Straight No Chaser that they have women that they deal with and they don't have no feelings. They do it with no feelings. They mess with these women and it's understood. Don't catch no feelings. It's just a, we just in this thing for the night. We just having a threesome. Don't be catching no feelings. Ariane say they mess with multiple women without feelings. When they had that little boys trip down in Atlanta, they had other women there that were not their wives. She said, I didn't recognize any of those women that were there. And that she said that Maurice had a big back woman there. And we know he liked big back women because Kiowa was a big back girl. Okay, well, is a big back girl. Yeah, they said each one of them had a woman that were not their wives. And not that I believe everything that she says, but Maurice, you even said you weren't even there. I ain't never been around Ariane, but who was in the front of the picture? We knew you was a liar, huh? A liar. That's all they do is lie any damn way. Okay, but let's continue. Yeah, you better go get checked out, Tisha. I'm sorry. Go to the clinic, baby. The nearest clinic, honey. Pull up, honey. Child, I would be scared of that. I'd be scared of that. I said, now it makes sense why he don't never show her no affection or anything. When we see them on TV, I don't see no affection. Y'all remember when they went to Houston? Marsau was trying to hug Tisha and be up on her. Tisha was like, get off me. I said, why is she acting like that towards him? She felt like, don't be trying to hook up on me now. Not after what I found out last night. I guarantee y'all she know. There's no fucking way. You gotta look at patterns with a person. When you've been with a person as long as you've been with Marsau, there are certain patterns. You should know your man by now. You should know your man by now. You should not be putting on the calendar when to please your man after 18 fucking years of being with this man. You should know how he tick. You should know what makes him tick. It should not be another woman that can come in there and give him something that you as his wife was supposed to be doing. You should know your husband's freak level. I know mine. I know mine. You should know your man's freak level. But it's so weird to me. It's so weird to me, judging from, y'all remember the episode where Tisha went and bought Melody, was Melody and Martel's 10th year anniversary on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And they were trying to have some type of party or something for Mel and Martel. They took them out to dinner or whatever. They bought Melody this lingerie, and Tisha brought the lingerie home and showed it to Marsau. Tisha said she don't own no lingerie. She don't have any lingerie. She don't wear lingerie at home. Bah! Boring. That's why he's going out there. You're not making it exciting for him. But then he tried to downplay it and was like, what you doing with that? He said, what you doing with that? Then she showed him some Kegel balls. Y'all know what Kegel balls are, which you insert into yourself to make, to make your vajayjay stronger. And you have to hold them in, and it makes your vajayjay muscle strong. Okay, Kegel balls. They bought some of those for Mel, and she showed them to Marsau, and he was like, he ain't using that. But my thing is, he tried to act like he ain't a freak like that he don't like stuff like that. That's how he act with Tisha. But then you go out here and you're meeting these women and you're doing all these nasty, freaky things allegedly with them, but you don't bring that same energy at home, which is so weird. So at home, you want to be this corporate type of individual, but out in the streets, you just this crazy, wild freak. So my question is, what type of intimacy do you guys actually have in that house? Do you just jump on there and get yours and then get off? Like, what is really going on? Tisha said, I got to put it on my calendar when they were on Shea Ministries panel. Tisha said, I got to put it on my calendar to go down on my man. Who is doing that? Who is doing that? A calendar? Thanks so much for being here, Chrissy Time. It's Chrissy Time. Y'all give her a shout out and also follow her on her channel and support. She is a content creator, okay? Yes, honey. Oh my God, let's continue, honey. So the woman goes on to say that Marsau had another woman already lined up, like I said before, you guys, already lined up for their threesome, okay? She already, by the time he talked to her, he already had somebody in mind in terms of who he wanted to link her and him up with in Birmingham, Alabama, to have this said threesome, okay? So this sounds like something that they've been doing for quite some time, okay? I mean, damn. So the woman also goes on to say that she began to get nervous about him after another woman came out about him. Okay, so y'all know after a while, people are gonna start talking. People are gonna start talking. Okay, but yeah. Oh my God, I was like, girl, Tisha, you need to lingerie, girl. You need to. By this time, I guess he don't even damn care no more. I guess he don't care no more. So I think that I think Marsau likes a lot of freaky type stuff that Tisha is not willing to do. So kind of like Martel when he was saying that Mel didn't want to give him, like no head and do all the extra freaky stuff, but Ariane would do it, like the backdoor stuff and, all kind of nasty, crazy shit that you just would never in life think of doing. The golden showers and all that type of stuff. Ariane gives that she would just do that because Martel was saying that, I wanted this over here, but I go over here and I'm pleased over here. She give me what I want over there. So she's willing to do any old nasty, freaky thing in order to please him. But somebody like Melody, who is a wife, she's like, bitch, I ain't about to do no nasty shit like that. So he felt that it was okay to go out and get it over there because Ariane was willing to do it. Martel is the type of person, according to him, allegedly, who likes, Ariane. He says that she gives him that. So I'm willing to believe that there are certain nasty, freaky things that Marsau requires in the bedroom that maybe Tisha might think is ill because she gives that she's very shy and very reserved, like in the bedroom. And like I said, she gives only missionary. That's what it gives. That's what it gives. Which is hence the reason why he feels the need to go out and get it elsewhere. Okay. All right. So, did I lose my place? Okay, so they're saying that in 2021 that they actually communicated and hooked up, and it's kind of been going on thereafter. Says that he called her from, like I said, the company phone, which is showed, and they've talked several times from that particular line as well. So he's bold. He's bold. Yeah, I already talked about it. He wants her to stay home. We talked about the butt pic. All right, so now let me go ahead and read, because I kind of took a little note on that. Let's go ahead and read a message that he sent to her. It's very graphic. And I'm thinking, do you talk to your wife in that way? You talk to your wife that way. All right. According to the message here, this is what he is saying to her. This is what he's saying to the side chick, the threesome participant. Okay. He says, fuck it. He says, I am not asking you to fuck with me, but do you want to entertain? Hold on, says it, fuck it. I am not asking you to fuck with me, but do you want to entertain you from time? But I want to entertain you from time to time. This is what he's saying to the girl, Marsau. Okay, Marsau is saying to this girl. Says that I'm 31 and I have 4 kids. He says that I'm not out to expose you, but I am feeling you. He says that I love my kids and my personal life, so doing that is only putting me and my babies in danger. Says that I can give you whatever info you need in case you feel like I'm out to get anything from you. That's not me. Okay. Says that I've been following you. He says, I've been following you. He meant feeling. This motherfucker can't spell. Says, I've been feeling you for a while, and I honestly fell in love with your personality. This is what he's telling her. Says that you're my social media boo. This is what he tells the girl that he's setting up the threesomes with. Now, he done told her I got a family at home, so she knows his setup. She knows that he's got a situationship at home. Obviously, she don't give a fuck because she was messing with him several times, okay? But he's telling her, I'm really feeling you and your personality. How the fuck do you know about her personality? But okay. All right, so it goes on. So he goes on to say that get in and get out. He says, LOL, I see you, okay? So he's telling her, let's go on here and get this done. Let's get this threesome done, and let's get on up out of here because, bitch, I got to go back home. I got a wife and kids at home. I done told my wife I'm going on a job, so it's a certain amount of time that I got to be back, okay, so that she don't start looking for my ass and or calling me and being worried, all right? Now, I told y'all before that Tisha called him when he told her he was down at the bar, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Who lets their husband be out till 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning? This man was at a bar, you guys, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and Tisha called him and said, Martho, it's 3 o'clock. Why? When you coming home? He got mad at her, like he was annoyed at the fact that she called him and said, what do you want, Tisha? I'm out. That's how he asked her. What do you want, Tisha? I'm out. You can hear music in the background. So she knew he was at a bar, okay? And that's why Melody told her, y'all remember Melody said, if you want to know what your husband is doing, go down to the bar, get a babysitter for those kids, and go down to the bar and see what's going on. I think that he was with a woman then, but where was Tisha going to go? She didn't have a babysitter at 3 o'clock in the morning. So what did she have to do? Stay at home and wait until he was ready to come home. On the night that he was supposed to meet the fellas for the camping trip, when he wrecked his car, I think he was with a woman then, and I think it was the white girl that I told you guys about, the Becky that I showed y'all a picture of. But let's continue. We on to something here, y'all. All right, so the girl responds to him when he says to her, get in and get out, LOL, I'll see you. Okay. She says, LOL, trying to play it safe for us both, long as you saw it. Okay. Says, feel free to contact me whenever, babe. So she's calling him babe. Okay. All right. So he goes on to say, too soon on the last one. So meaning babe, like it's too soon to be calling me babe. That's what he's telling her. All right. Thanks for being here. Let's talk life. So she says, okay, got it. Then he goes on to say, LOL, no. All right. I said, damn, this motherfucker here. All right, so let's continue. All right, so then he says to her, just kidding, ma'am. All right, because y'all know he's a whole clown. All right, so then he tells her, you sponsored my morning. Okay, so that means that you done told Tisha, I got a job to go to. I need to get out. You go 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, so you over there having said threesome, or you laying up doing what you do because you just said to her, you sponsored my morning. So she done gave you some sloppy toppy, and yeah. All right, so then she goes on to say, you had me so scared. Oh my God. Then she goes on to say that when can we actually meet up and talk in person? Says get to really know one another. Says, oh, and so I can put this country PUSSY on you. This is what she's saying to him. And he says to her, ma'am, like, oh my God, ma'am, like, girl, you talking like that? And she responds, yes, with a question mark, like, and what? I said it. So what, when we gonna meet up? And what we gonna do? Okay. But he says to her, and I'll read again, it says, fuck it. I'm not asking you to fuck me. But do want to entertain you from time to time. Okay. Says, I'm 31 and I have 4 kids. Now, how many kids we saw on TV? I only saw 3. He says here he got 4. So what the hell is going on here? Now, when it came out, y'all remember, it came out that there was another child. And they disputed that and said that they did not. He's telling her, okay, he's telling her, I'm 31 and I have 4 kids. I'm not out to expose you, but I am feeling you. I said, what the fuck? Anywho, moving on. Moving on. All right. Okay, let's move on. All right, so let me look at this again because I want to make sure I'm reading this shit right. I want to make sure I'm reading this right. Hold on. Okay, I stand corrected. This is the message to him from her, okay? She's saying to him, fuck it, I'm not asking you to fuck me, but do you want to enter? But I do want to entertain you from time to time. I'm 31 and I have 4 kids. Okay, so I stand corrected. She is messaging him because I was like, when the fuck did he get 4 kids? So she's saying that she's 31, she's got 4 kids. Why are you fucking with somebody with 4 kids? Not that that's a bad thing, but like, just like any old thing will do. He don't give a damn. As long as you got a hole, he there. She says, I'm not out to expose you, but I am feeling you. She said, I love my kids and my personal life, so doing this is only putting me and my babies in danger. Of course, because you don't know who the fuck he is or what he's got. She goes on to say that I can give you whatever info you need in case you feel like I'm out to get anything from you. That's not me. She says that I've been falling for you for a while, and I honestly fell in love with your personality. You're my social media boo. Okay, so yes, that's her saying to him. And I got kind of mixed up because the message said him at the top. But yeah. Okay. So yes, that's him telling her get in and get out, and I'll see you. Okay. All right. So let's continue. We're almost at the end, guys. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me. What time is it? 9. All right. So the woman also says that she knew that there wasn't a bond with them, and that she would go and meet him whenever he called for her to come and see him. So it was like she, you know, whenever he called, she already knew what he was calling for. She would go at the meeting spot wherever they agreed to meet, and she would go meet him, and they would do their thing with whoever else would be there. And that would be it. He would go back home like nothing ever happened, like he's been going to work all day. Okay. Then it goes on to say that, of course, like I said, RHOA mentioned that both of them, we already talked about that, deal with several women, but they don't fall in love. So it's just like their thing. That they go out and get these women and they have these little rendezvous, and it's understood we ain't falling in love. I'm gonna let you know now, I got a wife or whatever. Sign this NDA, don't say shit if you want to fool with me again. Okay, that's pretty much how it is, allegedly. All right, so but y'all don't understand why he's got her looking stupid on TV. But Tisha, girl, you need to figure this shit out because this is sad and it's embarrassing as fuck, and you might want to get checked out if your husband is out here doing this. Hopefully he is using protection during these said interactions. I hope. But my thing is, if you're so open like that to meeting a person today and then tomorrow you're asking them to go to a hotel and do some stuff, this shit is crazy. And I see y'all put it in. These women are desperate, very, because you got 4 kids, which lets me know, baby. And they probably all got different daddies. I ain't trying to make her sound like she's this hoe, but you are. I ain't trying to call you a hoe, girl, but you a hoe out here, girl. If you meeting somebody one day on the internet, not knowing them, he could be a psycho. Y'all remember the guy I told y'all about that was on the dating site, Plenty of Fish? Nice looking guy. He was meeting these women on this dating site, you guys, and these women would invite him to their home. He was doing this to the women, y'all. Several women he took out. He would go over there and have like a sexual thing with them, and he had this fetish with unaliving women like this. Several women. This shit was on the news. In Atlanta. Nice looking guy. He would hop in and, have little conversations, and these women would invite him over, and he would come over to their house, and he would have their little sexual thing with them and wind up, unaliving them by this. Several women. So you don't know when you meet this person who he actually is, just because you meet him on IG. I don't give a damn if you saw him on TV. Anybody has the capability to be crazy. Anybody. And like I said, you meet him today and then sleep around with him tomorrow. You don't know what he got. That's scary. I ain't never been on that kind of time. Hell no. Nah, you got to earn this wop. I'm sorry. You got to earn this wop. I don't do one night stands. Fuck that. No. That's how you catch shit that you gotta live with and deal with. There's some shit that you can catch. You can treat it, but you ain't gonna get rid of it. Like the herpes, you don't get rid of that shit. You wake up one morning and you scratching and bumped up. Go on to the doctor and let them give you some shit until the next time. Because you was stupid and desperate. I hear messing around with somebody that didn't tell you their status and what they had over a one-night stand, and that's dangerous. Then you go home and kiss your children after you done been out doing said nasty shit like that. But then leave it to her mama to tell her, leave it to Wanda to tell Tisha that if Marsau mess up, just put him out for a little while until he get his shit together, then let him come back. Well, what do you think he's doing when you put him out? He didn't give a fuck if you put him out. That just give him leeway to not have to answer to you when he come and go. That's all that is. He don't give a damn if you put him out. That's really going to make him go out and do what he want to do, when he want to do it, and come and go how he wants to come and go. That's why he told Tisha, I'm going to stay over there at the other house. Y'all remember him on the show? When they were renovating the house, he told Tisha, while Tisha and the girls were staying in the apartment, he told her, me and my son gonna stay over here. You know why? The son is 16. He can stay home by himself. So he can kind of sneak in and out and go where he wants to go while the son may be asleep or whatever. So he can sneak out and be gone and Tisha not know shit. And like I said, Tisha may be okay with him doing that, but I think she probably wants to know when he does it. Like when he's getting these hall passes. Y'all know some women give their husbands hall passes from time to time. They give them hall passes and say, okay, if you're going to do this, as long as you let me know when. And sometimes they want to know with who. They want to know with who sometimes. And it makes them feel at ease, and it makes them feel better, I guess, in their heart and in their mind, that he had enough respect for me to tell me when he was going to do it and who he's going to do it with. No. Like I said, they call it respectful cheating. There is no fucking way to respectfully cheat. Why do people call it that? Who came up with that name? Respectful cheating. Okay, I know you're going out tonight. You see him getting dressed. You see him going in there, taking a shower, getting dressed, putting on his favorite cologne, smelling all good. You know he going out to be with somebody. But as long as he ran it by you to say, hey, I'm going out tonight. I know you don't like it. That's what Monique and her husband was doing at one point. Comedian Monique. Yeah, she would go out and be with other people. As long as she let her husband know. Crazy shit like that. But let's get on back to it. But yeah, he said, oh yeah, he all dressed up, smelling good. That's why he was dressed up that night when he wrecked his car, because he was on a fucking date. Who dresses up? Who dresses up to go to a camping trip with the fellas? This man had on a collared shirt. Who wears a collared shirt and dressed up? Y'all saw him on the show. They were waiting on him for hours. He was a few hours late to meet the fellas. They kept calling him. And then he calls them back to say, hey, I just wrecked my car. And I told y'all why I feel like he wrecked that damn car. He was, when you get down to that last part where you get ready to blow, you like, oh God, you don't wreck your shit. You out here like this fishtailing child. Because she is in there giving you that Anita Baker in the front seat, bitch. The best that she got. Her head is like this, child. On one of them, that's how that car got wrecked. Who was out of town when that shit happened? Tisha. He knew she was out of town. He could move how he wanted to. Wanda was there watching the kids. Y'all remember? Wanda came into town and was watching the kids, so he could move how he wanted to, be gone as late as he could. And he probably done told her, I'm about to go to the woods. Me and the boys, we about to have a little night out. On that shit right there. Then you done looked up because your eyes are closed. When you're doing that, your eyes be closed. You're trying to be in the moment. You on that shit with your eyes closed. Oh, you on that shit there. Let me stop, y'all. You in the front seat trying to drive. And you get to that little moment, you on that shit there. And when you look up, you're like, oh shit. And you like this here. And you don't wreck your damn car. Okay? You're trying to have a good old time in the front seat. But that's how that had happened. Okay? That's allegedly. Okay? Let me say allegedly. Somebody say head buster. Yeah. You say, oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. You holding the head down like that. But I feel, as somebody said, caramel, I cannot. Y'all know I'm crazy. But I feel like it may be some type of an arrangement because there's no fucking way. There's no way that you've been married to a person for that amount of time and you don't know their patterns and what they do. And I mean, you should know too, if you try to be intimate with your man, and let me give y'all some tidbits. If you try to be intimate with your man, his stamina and his, whenever he get ready to release, it's going to be different if he's already had it somewhere else, especially if you having a threesome. You wore out by then. So if he come home from having a whole threesome, I said, girl, I'm weak. Chrissy, I said, girl, I'm weak. If he come home from having a threesome, think about it. If this man comes home from having a whole threesome and you want to try to have something right after that with him, he's going to be wore out. It's going to take him forever to get to that point because he already done did it all night. So you telling me that you don't know that something is off with your man? When you trying to go up in there and have someone, the ordinary missionary, that's what we would call it. Because I don't see her doing nothing. She don't give me that. She don't give me that. She don't give me that. I'm sorry. She don't give me that she jumping off dressers and swinging on ceiling fans. And I don't get that. That your head is behind the headboard. I just get that you a whole missionary. You're a regular schmegular old girl over there in the bedroom. That's what it gives. I'm sorry. You ain't like caramel over here, girl. You ain't like caramel over here. I mean, girl, I'm just saying. My man ain't going nowhere. Okay, he's going nowhere. All right. Bade, as she called him, Bade, not babe. Bade ain't going nowhere. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But I feel like there might be some type of arrangement. I'm just saying. I feel like she would be embarrassed to leave him because she's already put it out there that ain't shit going on. Like she said at the reunion, I've already done an investigation behind that and I found nothing. Okay, Tisha. Okay, Tisha, if that's what you want us to believe, then we'll go with it. If it makes you feel good and you sleep great at night, to in your mind keep telling yourself that ain't shit going on when the signs are there. I mean, how many degrees did you tell us you had? You and your mom and everybody else want us to think that you're just this smart individual. Never mind the fact that you misspell everything, okay? But my whole thing is this, because everybody keeps saying, oh, she's got 3 degrees, she's got 2 masters. Okay, but you can't master to figure out why the fuck your man is out doing what he's doing and you don't see any signs. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. For 18 years, you don't know your man by now. You don't know your man. You don't know patterns. You don't know. I don't get it, y'all. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that you don't know patterns. You should know too when you and your man is being intimate. If he doing some other shit, y'all understand where I'm going with that. If your man is doing some extracurricular stuff in the bedroom that you ain't never seen quite yet, maybe another woman kind of taught him that. Okay, so you gonna be like, where you learn that at? Because you ain't never did that with me. So where is this coming from? If he start asking you to do certain little things that y'all ain't never did, because you have a certain pattern of things that you do with him. So if he's starting to pull a little extra little shit out the bag that you ain't never seen before, then maybe, just maybe, he probably learned it from some other freaky deaky type of woman. But you just gonna go along with it because you think Bade is trying to, Bade want to be out here bathing. Girl, you better get a grip. That's all I'm saying. Tisha, you better get a grip, sis, because it's giving that you're going to allow this man to really run you through the ground. And it's sad. She's not an ugly girl with makeup. But bottom line is, sis, you got kids, you raising daughters, and they're growing up and they're seeing you. You don't think your kids see and understand this shit? They do. You think your 16-year-old son is not growing up and seeing the patterns of behaviors with his father? He hears things. You best believe he do. If they got internet, if they got social media, they hear things. Original Straight No Chaser putting videos out. You don't think they hear shit like that? I'm just saying, if your son got a phone, he's 16. I'm pretty sure if he's driving, they hear things. Y'all are public figures now, so every little thing that come out, you have to know that your children are eventually going to see and or know about these things. And the fact that you're raising daughters to think that it is okay to stay in situations where you are being emotionally, psychologically abused and mistreated just to say that you have a man, that is toxic behavior. That is toxic behavior, sis. It's somebody out there that will treat you better than you've ever been treated before. But you got to stop holding on to ain't shit niggas who need you more than they need you. Or need you more than you need them. Let's say it that way. He ain't got no credit. Everything that Tisha and Marsau has primarily came from Tisha and her credit. Those loans came from Tisha's credit. So it's not like you can't take your kids like Melody did, start over and move the fuck on and get far away from his ass before it's too late. But you don't want that stigma of somebody being able to say to you, I told you so. You're interested in leaving because when you went to the trip over in Destin and you were sitting talking to Melody and you asked her, how is it that you moved on after the divorce? How were you able to do that with those kids? You were asking for a reason. You try to subliminally ask Melody, but you were asking for a reason because there are things that you're seeing in your marriage that you don't really like and don't sit well with you, but you don't know how to put one foot in front of the other. So you're asking somebody who already went through it that can give you some insight on how to get the fuck out of that situation. That's why you're asking Nell and Chris Fletcher about infidelities in their marriage, and your husband tell you shut the fuck up because we already done talked about this. You're asking strangers and everybody else about their relationship and how they handle certain things subliminally because you are dying inside. You put on this face and it gives fake. It gives fake. Tisha, let me talk to you right quick. I hope your mama's in the chat. It gives fake. You've been made to grow up and compare yourself to women. And I've said this so many times. You have to be careful when you do that because you lose yourself while you're trying to look at somebody else and imitate who they are to try to become who they are. You then lose who you are. You don't know who the fuck you are anymore from being with this person. And it's no coincidence that he only married you because he knocked you up. I don't think it was out of love. I think it was more so out of convenience. Now, I'm not saying he don't have love for her. She bore his children. But he don't respect you if he puts you in a situation to where he could possibly bring something back to you, to where he knows that you're going to be hurt, knowing that you're out with somebody else other than him. That's why Tisha said, we are family. We're going to stay under the same roof. She was not cool with him staying in the other house, talking about he renovating the other house, and him and the son going to stay over there, and the girls and Tisha stay over there at the apartment. She wasn't cool with that shit because she already knew what his mentality was. She made it very clear to him, we ain't doing that. That's bad enough you doing this shit in my face, but now you telling me I don't want to be under the same roof with you. I'm just going to go stay over here so I can kind of cheat in peace. And you ain't got all up in my shit and calling me every 5 minutes. Like I said, he was hella annoyed when she called him that night when he was at the fucking bar. He was annoyed. Like it was the audacity of you to fucking call me when you know where I am. That's the attitude he gave her. So why are you asking all these questions about how to get out if you don't have plans to get out? Like, why do you want to know? Why are you asking Melody Cherie, how do you get divorced? How did you leave Martel? Because none of them thought that Melody was going to leave. Marsau always said, I always thought that you guys were going to just work this shit out because that is what you guys do. But when you are a strong black woman who don't need no fucking man to survive and you got your own shit, see, Melody already had her. You can tell she already started putting things into place. Even though she was with Martel, she already had her shit already together. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of this video. How many of you women have a joint account and already have your shit on the side? See, when you don't have your shit on the side, you put yourself in a situation to where you have to stay with a sorry motherfucker who will run around on you and have a legion of hoes out there running around doing whatever the hell they want to do and have your money tied up and be able to control your money because he's very controlling. How is it as your husband, he can tell you when you can go to work? No, I want you to stay at home. Let me go and do all the work and you just stay at home and be a stay-at-home wife. And you sitting on 3 degrees as a woman. He stripped you of your womanhood until you don't even know who you are anymore. And all you do is sit at home and cry because you don't know who you are and you can't be yourself. It's sad. It's sad. Tisha, and I think, and like I said, I feel like she knows. I think that she's seen some of these women. I think that she's seen some stuff in his phones, maybe. When she saw that woman's picture in the phone that said the midday work surprise that had the big butt, What does Tisha do? Go out and get a big butt because she feels like maybe this will make my husband stay home because this is what he likes. So now you're conforming to the hoes that your husband show attention to. Season 1, I keep saying it, season 1 and 2, Tisha had a boy body. When the shit started coming out about the infidelity with him being around, hanging out with Martel and him and them cheating and da-da-da-da, Tisha started morphing into this other person who nobody knew who the fuck she was. Her attitude started getting different. She started getting this little snooty little attitude. Her body started changing. She got a whole mommy makeover. That wasn't good enough. She went back and got a tummy tuck. That wasn't good enough. She had several BBLs. That is still not good enough because it's something that your husband is looking for that's not in you. And no matter how many times you lay on the table and get surgery after surgery after surgery, you are not pleasing him, ma'am. You don't have what he's looking for. And every time you have a surgery, you're risking your life for what? For somebody who would not risk their life for you. So my question is, if he don't plan to treat you right and respect you, like how much is enough for you? How much is, when does it become enough? When does it become enough? You will never be able to compete with these hoes out here in the IG and in the DMs that he actually see. It's a type that he like. And I said it before, Marsau has a type. And it ain't you. Look at how you look at Melody. Look at how he was looking at Alonda. Look how he was looking at the Becky. He has a type. Marsau has a type. And it's not Tisha. And I'm not saying that he don't have love for this girl. I don't want nobody to say that. I don't want nobody to say that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he don't have love for her. But I'm saying he has a type. And if he had it his way, if he could get far the fuck away from Tisha and still be able to see his kids and still be able to have the lifestyle that he has right now, and it not ever affect him, I believe he will walk the fuck out that door. I believe he will walk the fuck out that door in order to have his life, because he already said, if me and Tisha ever divorce, I'm never, ever getting married again. He wants to be single so he can move how he want to move, because what he's doing right now, he's already living as a single man, as a married man. So you strung this woman along for 18 years and then pumped 3 children into her to bog her down and make her busy so that you can go get busy. And she's so stupid. You don't say to him, the agreement was when our youngest child goes to school, I think her name is Macy. When our youngest daughter, Macy, goes to school, you already said that I can go to work. Why am I still home as a stay-at-home mom? Why am I still home as a stay-at-home mom with 3 degrees? When you promised me that our youngest daughter, when she goes to school, that I can get back into what she calls the workforce. She wants to work. He don't want her out the house because Tisha seems like she's one of them nosy wives. She'll come looking for you. If you tell her you down there at the job, she gonna come pop up on your ass. But he know if she home with them kids and she real busy, she ain't gonna be able to do no pop-ups. And now he done got smart to where he ain't gonna do his shit in Huntsville. He gonna tell the bitch, meet me in Birmingham at the Red Roof Inn down there in room 219 at the Red Roof Inn down there in Birmingham, which is where his ass was in Birmingham, like I said, when Wanda saw his ass. What the fuck were you doing in Birmingham? What job were you doing in Birmingham? Besides getting your schlong dealt with. Let me stop. But that is our show for tonight. Okay, I took as many notes as I could on this situation because I was just like, this is not really surprising to me. This ain't really surprising to me. Thank you so much, Terry Copeland, okay, for the super sticker, my dear. That phone call was not surprising to me because I think this is something we've been talking about for the longest. I've been said I feel like she knows. She knows. She was not surprised when Stormy told her ass, you know what going on in the DR? You said Marsau was down in DR. You know what going on down there, right? She started laughing. She thought the shit was funny. What goes on there? Okay, Tisha. What goes on in the DR? What happens in the DR? What do they do there? That was her. Okay. Keep right on laughing. Keep thinking that shit is funny, okay? While your husband keep disrespecting your ass. Keep right on laughing at that shit. I don't think it's funny. So he was getting swallowed up. Okay, that's what you were getting. But that is our show for the night, guys. We're gonna get on out of here. It's 9:30. I still got to get a few things ready for my Car Chronicles in the morning. But you guys have a blessed night. Thank you guys so much for supporting all 815. Oh my God, y'all is in the building tonight. Thank you so much, Chrissy Ty, for being here. Let me make sure I get all my content creators because I think I saw quite a few of them coming in tonight. Let's make sure again. Thank you so much, Terry Copeland, okay, for the super sticker, dear. Who else? Y'all help me, content creators. Let me know who else is in here. Content creator is Chrissy Time is here. Who else is here? Oh my God. Who else? I saw somebody else here. Oh, I hate when I cannot. I hate when I don't have the names, y'all. Y'all help me out. Who was the other content creator? I know she was in here. Girlfriend Chronicles. Yeah, thank you so much, Girlfriend Chronicles, for being here. I think it was another one. Okay, if I missed your name, please do not charge it to my head or charge it to my heart. Charge it to my head, honey. Okay, y'all know I love y'all down. I appreciate you guys so much for coming over and supporting the channel. Please like the video again. Please like the video again. Please like the video. Okay, guys, because Carrie, I put in a lot of work. All right, we're taking notes like I'm over here in school, child. Like, listen, it's a lot to go into doing videos. All right, but please like the video and also please hit the notification bell, guys, so that y'all be notified when we have new videos that come out, which is every day. I try to connect with y'all daily. Okay, love you guys down. Be safe, rest well, and until next time, goodbye. Oh, thank you, Mods. Look at me, I'm so rude. Thank you, Mods, Tyra, Belle Wilson, Linda Gamble. Thank you guys for modding for me tonight. And Carmelians, thank you guys for being so faithful and sticking through here and supporting the channel as well. Okay, love you guys and bye. Bye. Let's get y'all some music.